a month ago, USA Today, you wrote Black America could get on the Trump train. After all this crazy last couple of weeks on the trail, do you stand by that?
First of all, whenever you write a piece, the editors, as you know, choose the headline. It's all about clickbait. That was not my headline, number one. But having said that, the point I was making was that I don't like seeing black folk taken for granted by one party or ignored by another party. And in this election, when conventional wisdom left the station before the train did, anything could happen. And I don't want Hillary Clinton or anybody else, for that matter, Bernie Sanders, taking for granted the black vote. They ought to be competed for.
The black vote has always been taken for granted by the Democrat Party because of people like Tavis Smiley, as you'll hear in a second, who, just bow down to the Democrat Party and trash the Republicans on their face. Welcome to Gimme 5 for this Friday. Tavis Smiley, he's got a book out, he's on CNN, and, on one hand, he's taking it all back, basically, what that column he wrote purportedly said. Just like Bill Clinton took back what he said to Black Lives Matter, just like Bernie Sanders took back what he said about Hillary Clinton, because Democrats can't be saying, they can't leave, I don't want to say what they can't leave, but you could figure it out. I'll just get all kinds of notoriety that I don't need for that because it's not what I mean. I don't mean anything racially. But they can't disparage other Democrats or the Democrat Party. It's just unheard of. Watch.
On the Republican side, it troubles me that they're not campaigning to all of America. Here's the question. Why should we consider you seriously to be president of these United States if you're only campaigning to a slice of America? So that Donald Trump and Ted Cruz, Trump and Cruz are running segregated campaigns. They're not campaigning to the rest of us.
They're running segregated campaigns. All right. So here's a man who... they're not campaigning to the rest of us. They're not campaigning to black people. Really? There are black supporters of Trump, Hispanic supporters of Cruz. It's all over. They got minorities. They had minorities up on the stage. Cruz is a minority. This whole thing is insane. And as long as Tavis Smiley and other respected, successful black leaders put forth this garbage, Democrats will feel free. They'll get elected in city after city and ruin city after city. So you have blacks killing blacks, blacks living in poverty, blacks unemployed, and that's been going on for 40-plus years. And that doesn't bother Tavis Smiley. It's that Donald Trump and Ted Cruz are running segregated campaigns. Give me a break. More.
How do I know that my vote matters to Donald Trump, that it matters to Ted Cruz? They haven't asked for it. They're not campaigning to my community or other communities.
So are you saying essentially Democratic Party, it is not in the bag that the black vote is going to go to you like obviously it did a couple of years ago for Barack Obama?
It ought not to be, number one. And number two, anybody who thinks that the black turnout will be the same for Clinton that it was for Obama, put down the crack pipe. You're stuck on stupid if you think that Hillary, no matter how well she does, is going to pull the numbers she put. It's a historic election. I mean, you know that. The number's not going to be the same.
And why aren't the numbers going to be the same? Because what Tavis Smiley is saying, in my opinion, as I interpret it, blacks would vote for a black guy again. But they're not that excited about voting for a white woman. That's what I hear. And that is disgusting. It might be true, and if it's true, it's disgusting. But he just said it. He just said it. They came out because it was a black man. We all know that. It's good to hear a black man of his stature say that. More.
You're going around setting racial fires everywhere you go, and that's what Donald Trump does. Anti-Muslim comments, anti-immigrant comments. It's not just being a racial arsonist. It's quite frankly anti-American. I have never seen a party that is so self-sabotaging as the Republican Party. It's Shakespearean, it's Orwellian, but it's also, as I said, anti-American.
It's anti-American. This guy's got a lot of nerve. Anti-American. Good. Keep it up. Keep it up. What's black unemployment under your first black president that so many blacks came out to vote for? Pathetic. Here's one more.
I think folk vote their interest. And so if you're not going to campaign on the issues that matter to them, if they don't see themselves in your agenda, and if you don't make any overtures to them, heck no.
What do they need to do to change that, other than campaigning and maybe communities?
They need to lay out an agenda that is not antithetical to the best interest of black people, and they ain't got there yet.
Yeah, and how's it worked out so far for black people in the major cities in this country? How's Chicago doing? How's Baltimore doing? How's D.C. doing? How the rest of the places doing? Crime, unemployment, drugs, huh? What a joke, Tavis. What a shame, Tavis.